There's a detail in the flood story that I think we read too fast. So Noah builds the ark, Noah gathers the animals, and Noah leads his family inside. We understand all that. But sometimes we miss that Noah did not close the door. In Genesis chapter 7, verse 16, it says, those that entered, male and female of all flesh, went in as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. Hey, read that again. The Lord shut him in. Noah built it, Noah entered it, his family entered it, animals entered it, but God sealed it. Now, when you process that, when you think about that, we realize, hey, man, that changes everything about this story, and really everything about how we think about our relationship with God. Your safety doesn't depend on your strength. Just imagine the weight of that moment with Noah. The sky's darkening, the air's getting thicker, the first drops begin to fall. Noah's inside that ark with his family, and he doesn't walk back outside and double check the hinges. Why? Because he didn't have to brace the door. God has it. He doesn't stand guard. God has shut him in. And what does that mean? Well, it means that the security of the ark didn't depend on Noah's skills, not Noah's carpentry skills, not the time he took to build the ark. It depended on God's covenant care. That's good news for people like us, because if your salvation depends on how tightly you hold on to God, then, well, you're in trouble, and I'm in trouble. Because some days our grip is strong. And some days it's not. Some days it's weak. And some days it feels like you just barely can hang on. But Genesis 7 reminds us it's not you holding the door shut. It's God. And you see, what God seals, the storm cannot break. Once God shut the door, the flood could rage all it wanted. The rain could fall, the waters could rise, the waves could pound. But they were not going to break through. Why? Because, well, God sealed it. And God's the one who controlled the winds and the rain and the waves, right? So we realize that the judgment outside, right, is what was real. And the violence in the world was real. And the storm was real. But realize that the protection was also real. So let that sink into you. The storm can be real in your life. Your safety can be real at the very same time. And some of you need that today. That diagnosis that you got, that's real. That tension in the marriage that you're feeling, it's real. The financial strain is real. The uncertainty in your life is real. But if God has shut you in, that storm does not get the final word on what happens to you. You see, salvation is not you gripping God. It's God holding you. You know, we talk sometimes like salvation is us clinging to Jesus with white knuckles in obedience. Like, and if we slip, if we doubt, if we falter, the door that we're worried might open, might just that. It might swing open. We might fall out. But again, look at that text. The Lord shut him in. Noah is safe, not because he's some impressive guy or because his carpentry skills are great. He's impressive, sure, but his faith is what makes him impressive. God is faithful to him because he shows simple faith in the Lord. We talked about yesterday. The Lord said it. He believed it. He acted upon it. He wasn't perfect, but God secured him. You see, that's covenantal language. That's security language. That's grace language. God is the one who encloses his people inside the very shelter he provides. And if he's the one who shut the door, then nothing outside can undo what he has sealed. Hey, let me ask you something. Where are you trying to hold the door shut yourself? Where are you exhausting yourself trying to keep everything together like it all depends on you? Is it with your family? Maybe you think about your future, your retirement, or your kids' college, or your reputation, or maybe some crisis that you're going through. You're bracing against the door like the storm is going to break if you loosen your grip. But remember, you are not the one keeping yourself safe. God is. So maybe what you need today is not more control. Maybe you need to step back and pray something simple like this. God, would you come and shut me in? I trust you to keep what I cannot. Look, that's not giving up on your part. It's just living by faith. Because the same God who warned Noah is the same God who sealed the ark, the same God who saves Noah, the same God who secures Noah. That's our God. Well, the rain came, the waters rose, and the world shook. But the family inside the ark was untouched because God had shut them in. And I want you to rest right there today. You don't have to hold the door. He already has his hands on it. Hey, love you, church. That's the pastor's devotion. Come back and see me tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you this Sunday.